Hi guys, I've seen one of you is joining. I need to put headlines for my what is it called, for my video. Let me figure it out. I'm still setting up. Give me a minute. We are gonna talk. We need to catch up. We need to really catch up, guys. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. I'm just trying to figure out something over here. It's been a while. Let me see if I can put comments. Did you guys miss me? Or nobody got time for that? How do I go to my video? I can't see myself live. I want to edit this thingy. I don't know how to do it. You would think by now I should know. I don't know, man. I want to put the headline, headline of this live, this particular live. But I'm trying to find. I can't seem to actually see the live on YouTube on this other phone. Because usually when somebody is live, you should see the live playing on top of this one, so that when you click, you see yourself live. Oh yeah, I can see. How to do it? Here I am. But how can I do it? Additional settings. That is what I'm trying to figure out, but it seems like it's not. Anyway, we are just gonna make this video, and then I'm just gonna make this video, and then later on I will actually put the headlines. I wish I could have put the headline right now. I don't know why when I want to go on live, there is just on this phone, there is no way you can just go straight like and edit something and just go straight. I don't know why nowadays YouTube has become very complicated. But you guys, I didn't come here to rant about YouTube. I just came here to catch up on my videos. I have been so lost on this YouTube. I know that you guys have not been seeing mostly my videos, and it's not good. It's not good. But I will explain. I'll explain to you the reason why. Right now I'm at my shop, and the reason why I have not been live, I've not been coming on YouTube, is because life has been kicking my ass. Let me just be honest, guys. Life has been kicking my ass, and then I'm going through this phase in my life where I don't feel like, like before, long time ago, I used to come on YouTube and rant literally regarding everything. If someone pissed me off, I ran here. I used to this used to be my safe space. But nowadays, I feel like I have this guard that I am sort of trying to put, and I know that YouTube people usually want drama, and they want to know every little details of what is happening to you. Just like, because most of my people who used to watch me, they were always used to me talking and being honest and being candid and talking to them about literally everything in my life, right? But like as I grow older, I've learned to instead of coming to YouTube to rant regarding everything in my life, it's better to to go for counseling, and it's not a bad thing to go for counseling, because right now I have like not really a counselor. I have someone that I can talk to. For example, there's this lady who's become she's become my go-to. She's a very mature lady. She's been married for 42 years, and she's very like sort of in a successful marriage, and she's somebody who is an elder in the church. Actually, they even have a church. I'm not a member of the church, but just we became friends, and then we just sort of connected. This lady is like a mom to me. I would say she's literally like a mom to me. Like I feel like I'm her daughter. So usually, because I don't have a mom and I don't have like close family members whom I can rant to or to tell my things that are happening to me, I used to always find YouTube as my safe channel, a safe place where I can just come here and just sort of open up and rant. Because I used to come from a very hard place, and I used to come from a very troubled childhood, and a lot of, and I just needed a place to rant. And YouTube can be a good channel, but again, the longer I am on YouTube, the longer I learn that not everything needs to be aired on YouTube, because some people comments and actually let me know that whatever you're sharing, you're not supposed to be shared, which I appreciate. I take constructive criticism, I take all criticism, and I usually sleep on it and think about it. Don't think that I'm this person who usually looks at every comment which is criticizing me as somebody attacking me. No, I usually take them as constructive criticism. So moving on this channel, I also like being transparent, but as I also watch other successful YouTubers, and they've had things, people have things happening to them in their life anyway, but I've not seen many mature YouTubers coming to YouTube to rant of things, because sometimes we make some mistakes, we make some wrong decisions, or we do some things that we like sort of, we have some consequences that we regret, and sometimes we want to create awareness and talk about these things. But then again, in the social media, a lot of people don't come from the same, like they don't have the same mindset, or their opinion differ from yours. And sometimes when we talk about, like sort of, for example, if you come and talk about your personal things, a lot of people are not going to take it. And then I feel like some people are literally just spectators on my YouTube, because they are just coming to see, oh, today what is she ranting about? What is her downfall today? Oh, today is her marriage okay? Is okay? I heard that she's married. Is her husband, is she what is going on in her life? Many people are just spectators who just totally are nosy, and they don't even mean well to you. So they just come for the gossip of it all, and it's just like make them itch and make them want to, people whom they are not close to you, they don't, So anyway, this is what I have learned. But moving along, still YouTube is my safe space. Still, it's a place that I want to come to and just open up and talk about things, not necessarily being too open to let people into my personal life too much, but it's something that I have learned the hard way. So guys, today I want to talk about a lot of things, but specifically right now, life is really kicking my behind, and I have been taking it on. I've not been taking it easy, simply because what can I say? Simply because I've been what am I saying? I've not been taking it easy, because I feel like some decisions that I make in my life come from pressure. And then usually give in to pressure. So if you find that maybe, let's say for example, if I wasn't ready to buy, let's say, a piece of land, and somebody, like, I had the money, and then somebody pressured me to buy a particular piece of land, that actually after buying it, because of the pressure that, that was being put on me, I ended up just going through with the purchasing of this thing without doing proper background check. And then after purchasing it, now I found out that the place, now this is just an example, I found out that the place was sort of bought to several people, or the land that I bought is actually was a scam. So I end up losing a lot of money from this pressure, from not doing my due diligence, doing things. So I feel like when you want to do things, I feel like do them at your own pace, so that you don't get to blame other people when shit hit the roof afterwards. So in my case, now this one I feel like I can also, in my case, I first and foremost, remember, I've always been singing to you guys that I want to buy a car, right? I want to buy a car, I want to buy a car. Yani, I've been singing about this car forever, because as everything is going on great, like everything that is aligned in my life. Everything, guys, can you say hello even on the chat, so that I can know that I'm not talking to myself? Can you say something on the chat so that I know that I'm not talking to myself? Give also the video a thumbs up, and as we continue. So I've always wanted to buy a car. I've always said I want to buy a car and everything since the longest. Then I had the money saved up, right? So I had the budget, because for example, I'm not good with cars. I've never been a car owner. I'm not familiar with a lot of things when it comes to car. Guys, can you please comment, like the video, so that when you like the video, it's going to be recommended to other people. Hi Jen Karaoke, nice to see you from Dubai. Can we just engage so that this video can be recommended to other friends so that they can join, please? So, for example, I wanted to buy a car, right? And I had a lot of lists in my life that I wanted to be ticked off, yeah? First and foremost, the first thing that even before I went to Dubai, was that I wanted to purchase a piece of land, and then I wanted to develop it, right? So when I first got to Dubai, the first thing, I took a loan. And after 10 years of paying off that loan, I ended up buying plots, and then I ended up so that was something that I need to, right, tick off my bucket list. So that was done. The loan was paid off. These things were developed, la la la. And then now I had come back home, and sometimes in here in Kenya, it's very difficult. Okay, as much as it's easy to get around because there's public transport and whatnot, the commotion of it all. Sometimes there was a lot of times that I was found in rain. I was getting rained on, and sometimes the neighbor could pass me while I'm getting rained on and splash water on me, and just the disadvantages of walking on foot, and the sun, and just like the harsh weather and the harsh condition. So I had just wanted that, I'm at a place in my life that I've really worked hard. I need a little bit of soft girl era. I need a car, So my sister had, my younger sister had also promised to sort of help me buy the car. This is something that I want to continue. I'm coming on to this also. I feel like today we really need to talk. I want to open up myself and talk to you a little bit more, because it's been a while since I spoke. So So I had thought that, everything is tick, 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 tick. I wanted now to get a car so that I can finally be a car owner. Not because of pressure or not because of the society, but just for the sake of I've really worked hard and I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve to just be driving and not getting rained on and not, I've worked so hard, I need it. But then, other things came and the wedding took a lot of finances and the business, right now even the business after, I've opened the business, but the business is bringing in income, but it's not a lot of money that you can count on. Like you can't just say that every month I am banking on this money that I have to put on my savings. It's just a hand to mouth type of business. So that is something that you have to keep in mind. So a lot of things happened, but then anyway, after some time I was like, I need a car. I discussed with my husband that I would like to have a car one of these days. Then he realized that I had saved up for it. So when I told him I wanted to buy a car, obviously I was not ready at that particular time. I wanted to buy, and then I had a budget of which kind I wanted, and then I also wanted, as a first car owner, I wanted to get a smaller engine car that is easy to fuel, and also the car that had available spare parts. Spare parts were readily available, and was not going to give me a hard time. So I was looking into buying either Honda Fit, not Demio. I just needed to buy. I was looking into buying a Honda. That is exactly the car that I wanted, because I feel like it's a very cute little car, a nice car for a lady. So when my husband came into my life, he was like, like you deserve a saloon car. You deserve like a saloon, a 5-seater car. Like these small cars, these Honda small cars. You don't, you need a good car. Then he said to me that he was familiar with cars because he had worked in this car yard. There were a lot of selling cars, So he told me that he was very familiar. Hi, Lavi. Hi, Villager T. So he told me he was very familiar with cars, so I trusted him. So what you want to understand about my husband is that he's somebody who is very impatient. When he wants something, even if he's not funding it, he wants it to happen as soon as, he doesn't want to wait. So waiting means like you need to do your due diligence. You need to do your research. You need to, So for me, as a first car owner, I was not familiar with many things. Only one thing that my friend told me, that when you're going to buy a car, make sure you go with somebody who has a diagnostic tool, a mechanic who has a diagnostic tool, so that you can diagnose that car in the car yard before you leave with that car. Because remember, there is no way you are going to buy that car not knowing if that car have issues, and then you go straight to garage with it only to find that you buy the car and then you find that car has a lot of issues. Because once you purchase a second-hand car, there is no way you can return that car, especially a locally owned car. So I knew that because my friend had told me all this. Tell me why I listened to my husband. Tell me why I listened to him. So, because he's always in a rush. The minute you told him that you want to do 1, 2, 3, and you have the funds for it, he's in a rush for it to get done. Not doing due diligence, not doing his research. He just wants it to get done. So I gave in to pressure. So one day, because he was always every time like we could walk and we could get rained on, and sometimes we come from work and I couldn't find like a bus back home, like we are stranded, when you sometimes you are in, we take these motorcycles and they are very dangerous, and also sometimes when you are on a motorcycle you get rained on, the harsh weather and the wind, it's not nice. So he likes it. What I realized with him is that he used to work not necessarily that he bought those cars, but because he worked in a car yard, so they were always using these cars to move around. So he was used to this car, to having a car. So even him, he was not like, he didn't like the idea of, he felt like where I am, I'm ready to buy a car, I can buy a car. Then now the pressure started. We need to get it like used to seeing this car every single day. Every single day, every single day. Remember, he's not funding it, but he sings about it all the time. Then, eventually I said, let's go. No, now he took it upon himself to search for vehicles. He was always on Google, and he was always looking he was always searching. Then eventually he came across this Toyota Avensis car. Then he was like, he found it off of TikTok. There was this car yard in TikTok. These people were selling car off of TikTok. Then he said, he showed me the car. He said, this car looks nice, so let's go and have a look at this car. Then this car had the best interior. He have like the leather that it came with, and these cars are the cars that go for like on brand new it go for 4 million, 3.5 or 4 million. When this car is brand new, this is what this car cost. So it came with very good sort of the leather, and it was ex-UK. So this was the selling point. And then plus, when these guys wanted to sell it, they brandly painted it. They didn't do a good paint work, but at least it was good to see on the eyes. So then when I saw this car, I was just in love with this car because it was a nice car. It was, Then when we went, first of all, when we went to check the car, I told my husband, let's go with the diagnostic, somebody who has a diagnostic tool. Then he said, no need, let's just go with the mechanic. It's enough to look at the car. Big mistake. Listening to him was a very big mistake. So we went. We didn't go with the diagnostic tool. Long story short, the owner of this car was never changing spare parts because he found out that spare parts of this car were expensive. So he was just driving his wear and tear. So when it started bringing issues, they sold it off. So then, as when we went, first of all, there was this minor things in it. Like for example, 1, 2, 3 things were not working. But so long as the gear was intact, because it had a new gear that had just been changed. So the gear is the main thing. Not the gear, the engine was the main selling point because the engine was brand new. So this was the main selling point that my husband was like, this gear is good, this car has no issues. Okay, also the owner had to sell the car and say good things about the car. Then we went for test drive. Then we were at the road. Tell me, at a roundabout, it went all round a very high speed. Then my husband noticed that the gears were not shifting. Only 2 gears were shifting. So that was gear number 2 and gear number 4. So he was asking questions, but this guy was like, no, this is just minor. Then I came to realize that my husband is not really familiar with the car, as he told me that he is familiar. Now that I'm thinking about it afterwards, now I'm realizing that he really was not familiar. He was just going with whatever the owner of the car was telling him. Then we reached around the garage place, the car yard place. Then the car went off on the road. This was a red flag, but obviously, because my husband was in a hurry of owning a car, and he was also in a hurry of me changing my mind. He didn't want me to change my mind. So we were asking, why is it stopping on the road? Then the owner said, the issue is with the carburetor. Then they went, they opened the bonnet, they fixed some things, then the car was back again, now going. We drive, we reached then now my husband was giving the final verdict. we were also with the mechanic. Let me tell you, the mechanics in Kenya, many of them are not experienced. They are just mechanics from Timu. Let me tell you that one for sure. Mechanics from Timu. We have, don't get me wrong. We have a lot of good mechanics. But before you get to the good mechanics, we have a lot of Temu mechanics, bogus mechanics. People who are just hungry for money, they take your money, but they not do a good job. For example, these mechanics who are supposed to inspect the car, they came empty-handed, no tools, no nothing. They just came to listen to the sound and to feel the speed. But then when we went back to the car yard, there was a problem with the shifting gears. Gears were not shifting properly. Like some gears, because this car has 5 shifters, but some shifters were working and some were not working. So then, the guy was giving us a quote of this car. Then we told him, since we noticed 1, 2, 3 is not okay, you need to lower your price because we might eventually end up fixing this car. And we have no diagnostic tool. Even you don't have diagnostic tool, so we might end up spending more. So just lower your thingy, your price. Then he lowered with like 30,000 Kenya shillings. Then before we even bought the car, when the first time we went to see the car, he told us that if you want this car, because there's a lot of people who need this car, that is the sales stock. A lot of people need this car. When you want this car, you have to put some money down payment for me to reserve the car for you. So I put 50,000 Kenya shillings, and then remember, this money is non-refundable. So after putting this money, whether the car is good or bad, you have to check the car. This is what I did it with. Then we took it. We checked the documents on the NTCA portal. We took the car. He gave me his logbook, and then now the car was mine. So there was just like transferring the logbook to me. So then, when we came home with the car, when we were driving home, we realized that since we took this car, now we've paid for it, and now we realized that the horn for the car wasn't working, because my husband was driving the car, and then the horn, it was going beep, then it stops, so it was jamming, it wasn't working. Now that was the first thing we noticed. The second thing we noticed was also the meter, the fuel gauge wasn't working. Cause tell me why the fuel gauge were on low fuel, like it was on low, it had dropped, yet we had fueled the car that it was needed to go even up, but it wasn't up, it was just keeping being where it was. Now this one we noticed when we went to fuel the car after we left the car. So we said, let's just take the car to the garage. We took the car to the garage, then we realized there were some things that now in the garage they ran some diagnosis. On running diagnosis, they found out that indeed the car needs some work done. Not really minor, major, minor work. So then the mechanic in the garage told us that one thing that you need to budget on is to buy a gear, because the owner of this car was just driving this car, and then when they realized that the gear was going to be kaput, they sold it before the gear went kaput. So we drove the car for like 1.5 years, 1 year and some months with that gear. The gear was like, okay, there were minor issues. When you buy a second-hand car, you will always find these minor issues that needs to be fixed, because even the tire was worn off. This guy literally took the car, and then before they sold the car, they removed good things. He removed the tire, the good tire. He didn't sell the car with good tire. He sold the car with a tire that had holes in it. And then also the battery. The battery was like not good. So then when we drove the car from the car yard coming home, we went to fuel it. Then we started realizing these things. Then we like the fuel gauge and stuff. We took the car to the mechanic. The mechanic gave us a quote, and then the car was fixed. Now we agreed with the mechanic. The only thing that we need to fix on this car will be good as new, is to change the gear. So now we started with that, because the gear, we didn't even go searching for the gear for this car, because even us, we were just driving it, because so long as it's moving, it's moving. So then it reached a point where now the gear started bringing issues. It was jerking too loud and too much, and you press the nini, it's not going. Then there was also a time that it started, when we are going somewhere, it could stop on the road. Then we are like, my God. So we went and checked, and it was fuel pump. Fuel pump is not cheap. Again, we bought a fuel pump, we put in it. Then again, there were problems with these spark plugs, and also problems with the oxygen sensors, and solenoid, and Toronto. Ask me why I know all these things. I've just had my car for 1 year. Now I know all these things. So now these things were getting problems. And then the main problem with the car was the gear. But these people, the mechanics, were just like doing random abracadabra stuff, hoping that car is gonna be okay. Then finally, I told my husband. Now this is where I almost gave up on my husband. I almost gave up on my marriage, because I started resenting my husband. Tell me why now I was resenting my husband. Because first and foremost, I felt like I knew the idea of a car I wanted, and I wanted a smaller car with a smaller engine capacity, and a car that I can easily fuel, I can easily manage, and the spare parts were easily available and not expensive. So I had wanted a Toyota or a Honda, but with a smaller engine capacity. Even 18cc was okay for me. Tell me why. I had given my husband all these specifications, but he thought that he knew better than me. So he went for a car that was bigger engine, had more expensive spare parts, just for the sake of, you are more worth this car. Yet he's not the one who is going to finance this car. He's not going to finance fueling it. He's not going to finance, even if he fuels it or he finance 1, 2, 3 from it, but he will just do a part of it, but majority of it, I'm the one who's going to work on it, right? So he was like, you need a car like Mercedes. Okay, I told him, buy me a Mercedes. You buy me, not tell me to get my savings that I save for my retirement to fund a vehicle. So now I started resenting my husband. I say to him, listen, my idea was not to get a bigger engine capacity car that is consuming too much fuel and also is having expensive spare parts. Since I bought the car, I've only had, and then also guys, there's this woman, there's something that I had. Apart from blaming my husband, I know that the reason for this car being the way it was us not doing our due diligence, and was for my husband rushing, and for my husband being the tough-headed guy that he is. that really drives me crazy. And sometimes, guys, I'm actually selling my husband. If you guys want to come and sell and buy my husband, please come for him. I want to sell this guy. I want to sell this guy so that it can compensate for the money that I have lost, that I'm right now resenting. So I started resenting my husband. I said to him, listen to me and listen. Since you came into my life, I've only been making minus calculations. Because first and foremost, you told me to buy an more expensive car than I had intended. And then you told me not to go with the diagnostic tool to diagnose the car before purchase. Guys, please like the video. Like the video. Like the video, because right now I'm in my feelings. Like the video, guys. Like the video. Give me a like. Let the like reach 8. Since you guys are 8 on this comment section, I'll wait. I'll wait. We are on 5. We are 3 more to go. Come on, don't be mean. We have only 3. We have only 3. Yeah, we are on 5. Now we are 10. I need to go. I'm spilling tea regarding my marriage. So you guys better give me likes. I am spilling tea. We are on 5. We need 8 minimum. Can you like the video, please? We are 6. We are 4 more. We are 4 more. I need to spill the tea on my marriage, guys. I need to spill the tea on my marriage. Can you give me 2 more likes so that we can reach 8? I'm not asking you guys for money. I'm only asking for likes. Come on. 7! 1 more. 1 more. I thought you guys love me, man. Come on. Come on. 1 more. 1. I need 1 more like for you to reach 8. Just 1. Hit the like. Hit the like. Hit the like. Tap, 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 tap. Yes! We've reached 8. Good. You guys. Okay, so what was I saying? I started resenting my husband. You know, guys, there was something for me. I need to be financially comfortable. That is one thing that I did not make calculations when I was getting married, because the dating pool was dry as dry. And again, I needed companionship. So I married for love, not for finances, guys. You can beat me all you want, but I married for love. I let my heart go ahead of my pockets, or ahead of finances, ahead of everything. So come and beat me, guys. I'm not regretting, but I became very resentful towards my husband. So I was like, you know, now the car, because you know, guys, for example, I want to give you guys an example so that you know exactly the kind of a husband I'm dealing with. So, let's say, for example, my husband has like an outdated phone, okay? And me, I have an iPhone. And he is somebody whom, if he set his eyes on something, he will get it. He wants it. So, for example, if he has 10,000 and the phone that he wants is 30,000, he will have to have me borrow him the 10K. Then, when you borrow him that 10K, because for me, this is my reasoning. This is exactly how I reason out. First and foremost, a phone is not important. you have a phone that functions. Right now, if you don't have finances, you don't need a loan to get a phone just so that you have a latest phone, yet you have a functioning phone right now. In my brain, I feel like you need to spend what you have. You cannot spend what you don't have, you know? But since he knows that you have that money, this is again one thing that I want you guys to, when you don't want resentment, also comment. Don't just sit there and allow me to talk by myself. Comment. I'm not speaking to myself like I'm a mumu woman. One thing, don't ever show your spouse. If you choose to marry for love, marry for love. He's bringing love and you're also bringing love. So you better eat that love. Put that love on the table and you eat it. Even if things are falling apart, do not tell him that you have some money tucked in somewhere. But as women, we lead with our hearts. And when we love, we open up our not only our vaginas, we also open up our finances, and we close our brains. Our brains don't think. So I'm a culprit to this. The reason why I'm telling you this, for me, I'm an open book. I will tell my husband the finance I have. I will tell him the money that I have and where it is. So the minute he knows that you have this money, this is where now he will see that if you have, why you cannot borrow me or you cannot lend me. And it's fair enough, because even him, he would sell his kidney. According to him, he would reason like me, I would sell my kidney to give you, which he has not sold his kidney. Me, I will stand on a bullet for you. Me, I love you too much and all this. So I need you to allow me to have a good phone. So even if I will say no, I will say no, I will say no, I will say no. Spend what you have. So for example, you have 10K, he will want a 30,000 phone. Yet he have only 10K to fund for this phone. But he wants to borrow you the money. My problem is I had him know that I have the money. I had the money. So even if he's borrowing me, I'll tell him, okay, you can borrow. But after we've fought, I've told him I don't have. Okay, fine. First and foremost, I had told him that I will give you this iPhone. You see this iPhone? Julie, I'm sorry for the noise. I am near a road. I really apologize. I should have given you disclaimer before I started this video. I really apologize. So, for example, this phone, I wanted to give my husband this phone, right? Because I told him, fine, you want to spend 30,000 right now to buy a phone. I want you guys to know why I'm complaining and what the kind of a husband I'm dealing with, so that you guys can understand where I'm coming from. So I told him, instead of buying the 30,000 phone, why don't you wait? Because my sister promised to get me the latest iPhone. When she brings me that iPhone, I'm gonna give you this phone. That is exactly, because he had wanted this phone for the longest time, but I kept telling him, no, you're not getting it, because you're not getting it now. Because my sister is getting me a phone when she comes, so you are going to get this one. Free of charge, guys. Free of charge, right? Instead of spending 30,000 on a phone. So, okay, so then, one day I went to town and then he tagged along. He said, I want to also go to town. So he came with me. Instead of heading to where I want to go, I see him heading into a phone shop. Remember, he knows I have money. and I'm supposed to fund for my husband's party. So I told him, we are not getting the phone. You're gonna wait until my sister brings me a phone so that I can give you this phone. Then he's like, no, I want it. And you know, when my husband will throw tantrums when he wants something, he will throw tantrums. That is the man I'm dealing with. My husband was singing in the phone every single day. Babe, look, me, I have a bad phone. Because, okay, fine, he had a very bad phone, honestly. That one I cannot rely. Because he had a phone that used to be mine that was very broken. He had a Huawei Note 8, Note 8. And the phone was like very, very bad. Even the buttons were not working. So he told me, you know, my business, I want to put things online. I want to open my online shop for my business, and I want to bring in customers, and I want a good camera, and I want, you know, let's just get this phone. I said, no, you will get this in a few months after my sister comes. Then, let me tell you, he was not giving up. He kept bickering about the phone every single day. Then what my colleague told me, you know, just let him get that phone so that you can have peace of mind. So then, after back and forth, a tug of war, I found myself giving him the money. Remember, he said to me that I'm going to refund that money. So, guys, so after giving him that money, see, he bought the phone. He was so excited. Guess what? After some months, let's say maximum less than a year, he started complaining that that phone is not good anymore. He wants this iPhone, this one. I told him, are you okay? Are you okay? Is your head helping you in any way? Are you okay? Then I told him, do you remember how you begged and you were giving me sleepless nights because you want a phone, and you threw tantrums like a child? Do you remember? We don't even have the money. That money, even if the money we have, we need to save that money for the future. You don't just be spending money unnecessarily for the things that you can. Guys, please like my video. I beg you, like my video, guys. Like my video. Give me 10 likes. We are 17. Can you like it? So then I told him, you know, there is no way. You said that phone that you cried and begged for, that is the phone that you're going to be having for the rest of your life. There is no way I'm giving you this one, because I begged you to wait, to save that money for future, to wait until you get this one, but you refused. So use your phone. I don't care whether it's broken. I don't care. Now he started complaining that the camera is not working, simply because now he said I want an iPhone. That is after my sister brought me the phone that I'm currently on. This one, the iPhone. So now he wants an iPhone. I just laughed it off. And he said, you give me this iPhone. I said, no, I'm not giving you this iPhone. I'm not giving you this iPhone. First of all, where is the money that you... Guys, you see, I understand that some people say that in marriage, there is no borrow me, I will refund. But me, when you use the word borrow, like can you lend me some money? Even in marriage, you should honor your words and refund it. Me, I believe this is integrity. I believe if you say you are refunding something, you need to refund it. If you ask somebody you need. It doesn't matter. When it comes to husband and wife, there is nothing like my money, our money. all our money, like the wife's money is our money. Where did you hear that from? In my vocabulary, I don't think that is necessarily working for me. This is the reason why now the resentment comes in. So then I told him, you know, you guys, right now economy has gone really haywire on us. A lot of shops have closed, a lot of things have gone haywire. So even the business, I told him, you need to think out of the box. You need to think outside the box. You need to do other things like think outside the box. So it is something. Yes, I understand wants and needs, but that is not in his vocabulary. That is not in this man's vocabulary. So then, now we are coming back to the car. We are coming back to the car. This was out of my bed. I understand. I need to think about how to manage such situations next time. My husband will ask you for money, like sometimes he will ask for like small money here and there, but for the phone, I just like said sort of I had the money, so I said no, like here, because honestly I know that my husband, if my husband had money, he cannot say no to me. I know for sure. This man is very generous man. It's just that he didn't have the money already. If he doesn't have money now, but if he have money, my husband usually works and brings all the money to me. He just say